In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a papel picado craft. So papel picado is traditionally a Mexican craft. It's used at celebrations to decorate. It's really beautiful and colorful, and it was originally an art form that was made by the Mayans. They would take a chisel and a hammer and they would hit designs into tree bark that looked like gods that they worshipped. So now later on in Mexico, this became a tradition that was done with tissue paper instead of tree barks, but still using the chisel and the hammer to get the designs in. And an artist will actually put like big stacks of colorful tissue paper and they'll chisel these beautiful designs in them, which we can take a look at. And then they string them together and they make these gorgeous banners for celebrations. What we're gonna do, since I don't wanna have a bunch of kids swinging hammers and chisels in my classroom, is we are going to be using scissors to get sort of a similar kind of look. So in this project, we're gonna be doing a lot of folding and cutting, and sometimes that can be a little tricky, but that's okay because the more that we do this, the better that we're gonna get at it. So if you're having a little trouble at any point, don't get frustrated. We're just using copy paper. So if you make a mistake, you can always put it in the scrap bin and someone else can turn it into something else beautiful in another project. So the first thing we wanna do, oops, let me turn that off. Sorry. The first thing that we wanna do is we want to hold our paper short and wide, okay, landscape orientation. And we are going to do a fold down the center. Some of you like to call this a hamburger fold. All right, so I'm gonna make sure my corners are lined up. I'm gonna press and then go down and down, okay? If it's not perfectly lined up, it's not the end of the world. It'll just be easier for you if it's a little closer. Then from here, we're going to do one more fold. We're gonna take the folded end, we're gonna bring it to the side. So now we're gonna have this long, skinny piece. From here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out by making the really beautiful edge. So you can do this by either cutting semicircles or wiggly lines, or you can, if you really are up for a little challenge, you can fold it one more time to make it really skinny, and then you can do a little design. Don't go up too far, kind of keep it toward the bottom, okay? And if you notice, I'm not using the snippy end of the scissor, I'm using very close to the part where it opens. That's usually the sharpest part. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then you can kind of see how I already have this little cool pattern going. So I'm going to open it up again because my next part, I'm gonna be folding it down and I don't want it to be too thick. Okay, so right now I would have it folded once, twice, okay? Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna fold it down, okay? So I'm doing another hamburger bun fold. Bring it up like that. Now, for this point, I'm gonna give myself a little help. I am going to find the side that has all the folds, okay? So there'll be one side where the paper is open and there'll be one side where there's only folds. On the side with the folds, take a pencil and put a little dot there and a little dot on the back side, okay? Depending on your grade or age, I might have you bring it over and do this for you, but this is a good trick to help us keep it together. So we are never gonna cut on that dot. So now what you do from here is you can just start to do some designs where you're cutting through multiple pieces of paper, okay? Now, if you just go, you know, like boop, boop, you can get a nice little triangle shape, so it'll make like a diamond. Okay, so diamonds work nice. You can also do, you know, if you wanted to do like a half of a heart, if you wanted to do, you know, sort of like a wiggly organic shape, you can do that. But make sure that you're turning your paper. Don't cut like this, like I just did. You can snip corners off as long as it's not this one. So there's lots of cool things that you can do in this design. Now, if you want, you can also, if you have like a big open area here in the middle, if you are feeling like you can really be nice and strong with the scissors, you can fold this in half again, and you can try to do a little snip through there, okay? So if you wanted to do anything like that. Now, there's really no like right or wrong way to do this, as long as it all stays together and we're not snipping that dot off. So after you get a bunch of designs in there, I'm going to encourage you to open it up. Whoops. Here we go. And see what you have. If you like it, then you can be like, okay, all good. But if you want to add even more designs, you can do things like maybe you want to just fold it down this way, and maybe you want to just do some little designs, you know, like that, to add a little extra. Whew, there's my edge. So you can even, you know, go back in, fold it up, and add like, you know, like a little design in here. So kind of play with it. And like I said, it's great for practicing folding, cutting, and it's a very low pressure kind of project. But it looks really cool and really beautiful. When you are done, just bring it over to me and we will find a nice place to put your name, and then I will string them all together and they will look so beautiful.